Another day, another trip. We're leaving Mexico. Ready for travel. What?
We're starting our journey at the ADO OCC bus stop in San Cristobal de las Casas, Chiapas, and flying to Guatemala City.
There's no straight shot leaving San Cristobal. You have to take a bunch of different vehicles to get to your destination.
This is because the nearest airport to San Cristobal is about an hour and a half, and
sometimes there's blockades.
The roads will be blocked without a warning by many different people for many different reasons. So we try to make an experience out of the journey and be as prepared as we can.
So we head to the nearest city,
Tuxtla Gutierrez.
or one of the nearest cities, because there's two, but we picked this one because the bus is only between 50 and 70 pesos to get here.
The other nearby city is Chiapa de Corzo, and the bus usually is about 200 to 250. And there's no bus station there.
Oh! And because the flight leaves early, we just decided to get a hotel for the night, just to make sure we're on time for the plane.
If you're new to me, hi, my name is Karen, and my daughters and I have been traveling full-time for the past 5 years, using San Cristobal de las Casas as our home base for the past 2. And creating like a fun trip out of the journey itself. When we stopped at Tuxtla Gutierrez, we made a thing out of it, and we went to Parque La Marimba to explore. We had never seen it because it's usually really hot when we come to Tuxtla, and the temperature was really nice these few days, so we decided to come and actually experience it for the first time and grab something to eat. Now, Tuxtla Gutierrez is a big city, which means fast food and good shopping and many malls and that kind of thing, but I always try to look for something more homey. And the last time I came, a friend recommended this comida económica, and the food was so good. So of course, I got my favorite from last time, the meatballs. And then it was 6 o'clock, so we went back to the Parque Marimba to get a full experience. Now, this is what this park is known for. Marimba is a musical instrument, kind of like a xylophone, local to Chiapas and the surrounding areas.
This is a marimba.
And that's the music that you're also listening to. It was really cool to see people dancing. Sometimes we get to see this in San Cristobal, but it's not as common as here. I think they do this every day. But if you want to know more about Tuxtla, I do have a few videos, so I'll tag them below in the description for you.
Good morning, sunshine.
The view from the hotel was so beautiful. And then we got to ride to the airport watching the sunrise. All to make it in perfect timing to check in. That's our airline tag. When I saw the giant poster, I realized this is new, Nueva Ruta.
The price for the suitcase is included. Wait for them to open. They open at 8. So I guess we're early because we have to wait until 8 for this to open. That's never happened to us before. Usually the airline will take our visas, but with this airline we have to wait for INM to open so they can take the visas.
INM is Immigration Services, and we decided to get some coffee while we waited. Thank you, Gabe, for buying me a coffee. It made my morning even better.
Pretty good coffee. Did not expect it.
We went through security, and
They're the worst. They're so
the girls usually panic.
What about security here?
It's really nice.
Since this is a small airport, security is just easy. And look at the waiting. You're one of 5 people. It's not always the case when they travel to Mexico City, because this is the international wing. So there's a lot of connecting flights in Mexico City. So it'll get really packed when people are traveling to Mexico City. But since we're going to Guatemala in a tiny plane, I believe, then we are one of 5. Oh, a tristeza. This door used to open, now it doesn't. And this door leads to a bunch of restaurants over there. I guess you're gonna have to catch my other leaving Mexico video to see all the places to eat. awesome food. Options here are Subway and alcohol. No choices lead us here. Nothing against Subway. Be lying, I'm not crazy about Subway. Alright, so I'm very excited about this because I think I am one of the first people flying straight from Tuxtla to Guatemala. Let's make that claim, why not? Look, I'm not really sure. I know that every time I've flown out of the international area, it's been open to the domestic, and I've never gone through INM before. Like, this is the first time. Like, most of the flights that fly out of here are connecting. So if you're going international, you are connecting in Mexico City or you're connecting in Cancun. So I have flown out of the international section several times, but always connecting. So what's different now? This door that connects the domestic and the international is now closed, and they have a guard that checks you when you get to this area. And the security area right up the ramp is split into two sections. One that takes you through INM and the other one that just takes you through the regular security. And our flight with tag is it's direct. So it's only gonna be an hour and a half. I don't have to fly to Mexico City to then go back to Guatemala. I'm in need of the pharmacy, and it's on the other side of the wall. And I checked the vending machine. No pharmaceuticals.
It's so little. And we have to walk down the stairs to walk up the stairs of the plane.
20 minutes late, but it's here.
And they're getting gas right before our eyes. Didn't know the gas went into the wing. That's new. So we wait.
Coffee, coffee, coffee. Coffee and coffee. And you can't see that one, but coffee as well. I know it's only 10:20, but the last cup of coffee I had was at 7. Just saying. I would like more coffee. And we only have alcohol. Can I film?
I have to say that there's nothing better than a mostly empty plane when you're a YouTuber.
We can do what we want. Look at that. What a shot.
You have no idea the level of excitement I am feeling in this moment as I am going down these stairs.
¿Puede caber ahí? Pero no cabe. No cabe. Disculpe, ¿cómo meto el bolso abajo del asiento?
Now when we got to the plane, there was no room for my bag. There was tiny little compartments under the seat and over the seats. Tiny.
Don't recommend bringing carry-ons. Tiny little spaces. Maybe that's why the bags are free to check in.
Now note, the bags were not free on the way back. They were not free on the way back. I had to pay $35 per bag. But that's a story for another day. Do you get a rush when the turbines are on and everything starts going? And during takeoff? Oh, I do. What a rush. It marks the beginning of an adventure, of the unknown, of a new discovery.
An hour later, we're on the
And we got free water, which the girls were quite shocked by. It's rare to get anything free on a plane. And as the flight ended and we arrived at our destination, I think my adrenaline kicked in again. This to me is the most epic part of going to a new place. The initial encounter. I feel like every city, state, country has such a distinct scent and vibe. And this particular situation, this is as far as I understand, the only international airport in Guatemala. And it was a fairly small airport. There were barely any people. There were only 2 baggage claim areas. And then as we started discovering the city, it reminded me of Venezuela, a little bit of Mexico, mainly Venezuela. Saw a cute bus. When we got to the city, that everybody said it looked like San Cristobal, I thought it looked completely different. And then when we got to the hotel, there was that moment of peace. You know, because traveling is chaotic. So when we got to the hotel, it was quiet and kind of cool. And then when I opened the door, it was so cute. I was kind of surprised that it had like 2 rooms. So the girls had their own little private area. They were happy about that. I loved it. Loved everything about it. There were so many little details that I liked that I wish I could take home with me. Especially the little windows. It didn't have AC, so we were happy that it had the windows. And we were able to get a fan for the night as well. The shower had the best water pressure ever. And it had this little cute little restaurant on the premises, which was perfect because we were starving by this point. So we got some smoothies, maybe with some coffee, a couple of sandwiches, and just sat there.
That's really good. It has like rotisserie chicken. This one tastes like pizza.
And then went to bed. So follow for the beginning of exploring Guatemala.